La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da da da. Since the end of July, I've been saying, hey guys, watch for December. Bitcoin will kind of be getting its butt kicked, I believe, because we've got a Venus retrograde coming up on the 19th. It's also my birthday. And then you got Jupiter going into Pisces, leaving Bitcoin and Aquarius all alone with Saturn. And so Bitcoin has dropped from $68,000 per Bitcoin in October to now it is at $52,960. So that is very interesting, as 2021 has been very interesting. Elon got an interesting new haircut, and Grimes must have watched the hilarious new stand-up comedy on Netflix called Mohammed in Texas. I highly recommend it. If you watch that, you'll get this joke. We got a comet zipping by Earth in the next 10 days, and we are mere hours away from a solar eclipse that no one can really see because it's going over the bottom of Earth. So yeah, I might be acting a little weird, but you're used to that. But allow me to take a little time out to say thank you to Asteroid Fight Club, and thank you to The Goods, Wizard of Oz, Texas Angel, Mist, and y'all out there. I'm now only $1,173 away from hitting my December 2021 THORnews fundraiser goal. And I've been doing THORnews for 9 years. I got a birthday coming up. Plus, it's Christmas, end of the year bonus. If you guys would like to contribute or donate to say thank you for all I do, because basically what I do is like a streaming service for y'all that runs on tips. So it would be greatly appreciated, but please take care of yourself, your family, your friends, and your pets first. Okie dokie. And if you get a chance and haven't seen the video I made before this one, I think it's called Big Shift Ahead, Dystopia versus the Sun. You know, good times versus bad times, I guess. I spent like 3 weeks editing together what was, kind of like a summation of the autumn of 2021, which has been super duper wild. And so it's really, really, really good. Check it out if you're interested. Great. And you probably heard me say again and again and again and again that I am a Sagittarius, and we're now in like super Sagittarius season. And so I always feel like super duper extra optimistic and pushed into a good mood around the holidays. So you're just going to have to kind of get used to that if you're going to stick around. Here we're looking at the model breakdowns of the Sagittarius A galaxy, or in the sun that we live in. And so it's always interesting. They're like fishes swoon around in our universe. Everything is so crazy. And there's so much that we never admit that we don't know. One thing I do know is that our sky is so cool. We got the eclipse happening right now. And the fact that we have a giant moon ball rotating around Earth, and it's locked in position as we rotate around the sun and all the other planets too that are rotating around the sun. It's such a cool, magical, divine architecture thing that, I don't know, like we just don't know so much. After like 30,000 years of civilization, there's still so much we do not know. And I've been recommending everybody right at sunset to go out, because you can see, like if you go out right at sunset, right at dusk, you'll see Venus pop out in the sky, and then Jupiter will pop out in the sky, and then Saturn will pop out in the sky, and then it'll get dark. And it's been a really cool thing to watch. And Venus about to go retrograde on December 18th as it gets closest to Earth. So Venus will just keep getting brighter pretty much until my birthday, and be the brightest on my birthday. So I think that is a good sign. And I think my karma is pretty good, because I think I've done a great job as your planetary defense commander during these very challenging times. All right, great. And mentally, I'm already in vacation mode. Although I will still be putting in the work every day like I do, because there are really no days off as planetary defense commander. And talking about whatever I please, because that's how it works. And I'm not going to be arguing with anybody about anything in December. I'm not going to try to prove anything to anyone. You're allowed to think or agree or believe whatever you want. And I'm going to tell you stuff from my perspective. And from my perspective, the whole year is that we would be facing a second winter wave. I knew that at the start of 2020. And yeah, now that we're here, yeah, dude, the virus, which has been a pain in everybody's ass the entire time across the globe, is going to, get stronger during the winter. We knew that, and hopefully it'll be gone by spring. A lot of people don't agree with that, don't care. That's what I believe, or that's what I'm hoping and praying for. And that's what I'm working towards. But right now, you got cases, 157,000 cases in the USA, biggest one-day increase. That's a big number. And new deaths are going up, 1,007. That's Americans dead every year from a damn plague. You got ICU numbers going up, hospitalization numbers going up. So yeah, I mean, we did a version of this last year, except last year everyone was arguing about whether or not the virus is real. Now we know it's real. How everyone's going to deal with it in their own way, nobody knows. The one thing I do recommend is one way to play defense is to not be a fucking asshole and not be mean to people or try to make people feel bad. I know this is kind of a way out there esoteric idea, but I have a thinking that, some people can draw the virus to them by being very negative. I don't think science or the Republicans agree with that, but whatever. We're all allowed to have our own crazy theories about life because life is wild. And I got a Moderna booster 5 days ago, and for 3.5 days I felt like shit, but now I feel super duper fantastic. And I don't have to convince you that I feel good and I felt bad before. And like everybody, let's just do our own thing. But I am pointed out for people when hanging in there with me and saying prayers. Either way, I'm pro-choice here, but I definitely think the vaccines help. You're allowed to totally disagree. I'm fine with that. Don't want to be yelled at by anybody. If you start yelling at me, I'm not listening. And we got people who think we're in a mini ice age right now, when it's freaking hot in Texas still. Hot stuff. 90 degrees in Texas. Lower 80s in Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina. So yeah, it's too hot, man. And it's December. I would actually like a white Christmas in Texas. That's possible. I mean, it's still possible, but man, it's hot. But if I want to get in trouble for something, I want to get in trouble for saying stuff like, that lady's attractive. I know you can get in trouble for it, so I'd much rather if I'm getting in trouble for something, say something like that. Asteroid Fight Club is old hat at meteors and fireballs. Pretty much, totally, absolutely, without a doubt. Brad Panovich, it's unlikely anything made it to the ground, but this was the track of this morning's fireball over North Carolina. I dare say I feel better than I have since Jupiter was in Pisces back in the summer. In the Greek alphabet, I believe, Omega is for the big O, and Omicron is for the little o, and that's sexual, it seems. It's pointing out. We're all adults here, man. What type of Bitcoin market will December 2021 be? Well, since I've been saying pretty much all year, one where Saturn comes to town. And so this isn't a fight versus Bitcoin versus the bears. This is more like planetary energy shit. My money's on Saturn and the fight coming up between Saturn and Bitcoin. My money's definitely absolutely on Saturn. As far as I know, the only people or things that could put Saturn in check is God, the Sun, and Jupiter. But you're allowed to believe whatever you want to believe. And remember the G.I. Joe and the Kung Fu grip effect that I've been telling you all about is that 99.9% of all presents these holidays for like Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, and even whatever New Year's gifts, they will be bought with the dollar or fiat currencies. That the only thing people mostly use crypto for now is speculative investment. Does that make sense to you? So that's why we kind of knew it was going to crash around the start of December, because everybody's going to take their profits. And as I've said many times, Elon Musk selling 10% of Tesla was a pretty big, clear signal. I'm trying not to say anything that gets me in trouble because I'm tired of being in trouble. Yeah, this is the lunar eclipse. It's making a C right over here. Oh man, the mud volcano people might be upset because they're like, he put mud volcano in the title of the video. And we're like 10 minutes in, he hasn't even mentioned it. Through Mark Tingray, nice video of today's mud eruption from Beldug, Kasungo, Central Java. This video shows a mud volcano erupting in Java, which is reminiscent of July. Remember when the ocean was on fire, and then the ocean was on fire, and then a mud volcano erupted all in 3 different places in July? We've been looking for December to be earthquakey and volcano-y, and so to pretty much get a new advent calendar volcano eruption on the 3rd, that definitely seems like a sign. One of my proudest moments of all 2021 was, can you remember, it was right when Jupiter went back into, on the 28th, when Jupiter went back into Aquarius. Oh, look at around all that weather. We had that 8.2 earthquake in Alaska at like 2 in the morning, 2:30. Remember that? Yeah, 8.2. And that's a pretty big earthquake. And so I stayed up with y'all live and talked you through the possibility of a tsunami. And that's the second time I've done that. And so I thought, I don't know, I'm very proud and I did a good job. Thank God it didn't hit. Look at those 2 weather patterns. And then look at that nasty weather pattern. But yeah, look, you got a mud volcano popping off down here. And so with all the gas giants on the same side of the sun, I'm going to be here staying humble, knowing I've done a good job, as mentally I'm on vacation. Yeah. So look at this. There's still a ton of non-balance. And, from Earth, you can see the imbalance as these are all lined up in the sky that we can see. And it's such a cool thing. How are you? And a happy super duper Hanukkah to everybody out there celebrating. This is a photograph from Displaced Persons Camp, Austria, 1997. At this point, we're in the United States. There are no lockdowns. Freedom is a state of mind. And so I'm going to do everything to recognize the fact that I am a free man. I'm glad that I live in America and Texas. And I'm going to do my best to enjoy these holidays. And I hope you do the same in a celebration of light, love, freedom, family, friendship, good times, God, and love. Did I say love? Okay, great. And remember, sometimes cats are listening that you're not aware of. Don't be a Grinch, bitches. All right, yeah. So who's ready to get the jingle on? Like, if you want to get super mad that Russia has now mandated all people 60 or over get the vaccine, well, you can be mad. It's still a free country here in the USA. I don't know, man. I do believe that there has been a form of honor that has existed amongst men and women for a long time. And, with the America Pluto return year coming up around starting February, we're going to find out exactly what the United States of America is made of. And I know a lot of really excellent human beings that I'm proud to call friends, family, and Americans here. Yo, I'm very grateful that I'm alive after a very crazy year. Hashtag Team Jet Weirding. Cranky Weather Guy, if you're out there, we totally miss you. Ian Livingston. Hashtag 2022ing. Because Jay Kennedy was like, breaking. And he hashtagged that shit also. Washington, AP. And then he AP'd again after a big dash. Then he sourced with the colon. U.S. intelligence determines Russia planning possible offensive against Ukraine to begin as soon as early as 2022. And Putin had pretty much said a version of the same thing, I think. And so what we're trying to do now and through, until the spring, while everybody's really kind of has pandemic fatigue and short on patience and everything else, we're going to try to avoid World War III and civilization from collapsing. Does that sound good? Does that sound great? All right, because that is pretty much what THORnews has been about the entire time since almost the very beginning. All right, you guys are super duper fantastic, and I will continue to bring you the news in the way that I do. Because, I've been doing this for 9 years. Most of y'all are pretty used to what I do and how I do it, and I'm very grateful to that. And you guys are always really good to me in December. And I'd like to think, because, I work really, 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 really hard. And I, put out a lot of high quality content, and it's creepy how many of my predictions come true. So if you would like to contribute to THORnews, there are a lot of reasons to. But like I said, take care of yourself, your friends, your family, your pets first. But I got a mailbox, PayPal, Venmo, CashApp, Patron, and only $1,173 left to go. And remember, this is the 1 month where like it is way okay to a bonus or tip way past that, you know, because I pretty much, you know, it's you know, it's the end of the year bonus time. And I think I did a great job while I've been here, but you've heard me say that many times, don't need to say it again. So let me say thank you to all of Asteroid Fight Club, everybody out there. And thank you very much to The Goods, Wizard of Oz, Texas Angel, MIST, Andrea, Alexis, Max, Lauren, Richard, Barbara, Glenda, Arnica, Lightsoul, Dan, Marlita, Brian, Ann, and KJ. All right, y'all stay cool, and I will do my best to talk to y'all in the very near future. Peace out. God bless everyone.